do tend to be found in sort of the more warmer climate areas. So for example, obviously we don't get them here in the UK, but you do find them in sort of Greece and Cyprus and sort of nicer warmer areas like that. They vary a lot in size as well. So this is sort of a medium. Don't be alarmed by that. It looks really aggressive because as you can see they've only got a pouch on the bottom. Luckily they don't have a very powerful bite at all, luckily. I've had my fingers in there many a times and it doesn't actually really hurt. It looks more aggressive than it is. But as I was saying though, they vary in size as well. These are sort of medium-sized pelicans. But you've got the Dalmatian pelican, which is about twice as big as these ones. And then you've got the brown pelican, which is about half the size, which is the smallest. And they vary on where you find them. So a lot of people think they're only found on sort of the sea, like saltwater areas. But they're also found on freshwater areas and rivers and mangroves and all sorts of areas like that. And that's where this particular species come from. You'll find them in sort of mangroves in Africa. Now today, they're getting a nice little mixture of roach and herring. Sprats and herring, which are left over from the penguins. But now and again as well, they feed them on roach. They also eat some of the trout that you'll see swimming through here as well, so they get some live food as well, which unfortunately we can't feed them live food ourselves. But if one accidentally swims through, there's not really much we can do about it. But it does mean, however, if they get caught eating it, they don't get as much food in the afternoon. So half the time they'll try and sneak away eating a trout and hope that you don't notice, and therefore they'll get double the amount of food in a day. But half the time I do actually catch them doing it. And obviously pelicans are very special and very unique for their pouches and their beaks. And that's what they use for feeding. So they do eat a little bit differently here in captivity. And the reason we feed them slightly differently is to make sure that everybody gets their fair share. Because as you can see, that male in particular gets quite aggressive towards everyone else and tends to steal all their food. And as you can see as well, we've got a few herons that like to hang about and hope that they can get a free meal as well. So we do feed them slightly differently, but what they do in the wild is just wait for a fish to swim past, and then